Hey, I'm Grant and welcome to the State of the Channel for May 14th. So I guess not much to talk about. Again, I'm just like plugging away about learning JavaScript and Ruby on Rails. It goes slow, but I do make a decent amount of progress. It's just also hard to know like what's going to be relevant to me. Like right now I'm on a chapter about like asynchronous function calls in JavaScript, and I don't know if that's hugely relevant, but I'm sure it'll come up sometime. Otherwise, I did release a bunch of Lightworks tutorials. I think I've uploaded 7 or so. It's something that I kind of wanted to do and I actually had recorded. I just didn't have the time to sit down and do it, and I wanted to check that off my list. That's not really meant to go anywhere. That's just, there's not a lot of good ones, and it's very easy, I'd probably say, to make those. Like, I can pretty much just go into YouTube and type in the search bar, Lightworks, how do I, and let it autocomplete, and you can see tons of people just like asking questions. And the tutorials aren't very good. I've always wondered this, like, especially if you're like a programmer, you often see these videos of tutorials on how to do something or something explained, but the production value is just terrible. Or even better, like, I'll go look at videos of people who are professional editors in their program, and then for some reason, like, they have a terrible mic, they can't record their screen, they don't edit it at all. Like, you do this for a job. How is this not like more impressive? But I'm really trying to extend my, I guess, circle in terms of just peers, people I work with, things I know. And I think this is one of those points where, like, there's a saying like how well you know stuff or something, where if you really want to learn something, you want to teach it to someone else, because then you basically learn all your deficiencies. And I think that's what's going to ultimately come of this, is I'm going to post this video, someone's going to be like, oh, well, why do you do A? Why don't you do B? And I'll be that much better, even though I made the tutorial. But also just I posted my Twitter and my public email just for, I guess, additional help. And we'll see how that goes. In the past, my experience has been that that's not always, like, you want to help that guy, you know, who's like struggling but really trying to understand, just can't find like the one answer he needs. But in reality, if we even look at like the the first comment on my example workflow, it was, hey, how do I do A? It's like, well, you could watch the video because I tell you how to do A. And then I told him what to do, and it's like, oh, cool, I'll try that. It's like, you didn't watch the video. But I think that comes with the territory, and hopefully I can branch off of, because I really want to get to the point, like, I feel like I've spent so long kind of developing my skills more. I haven't really gotten to the point of doing the content, and I think that might be a good way to kind of capitalize on that, is try to meet other people who are coming in, like, say, using Lightworks or similar stuff, that were in a position I was in, and hopefully give them some kind of direction, and I don't know, maybe work with someone that would be kind of neat. But it's just something I kind of wanted to throw out there. I don't have any plans to make too many more. It's something that if I just have an idea, I jot it down and I'll just sit down and make it one day or so. Like, sometimes it's just easy, like, oh, I'm gonna, I don't know, bake something, it's gonna take 20 minutes. Well, I could go record a tutorial, and that's a little bit more effective than just spending another 20 minutes studying. So that's kind of what I was focused on. So I don't know how many more I'll do. Otherwise, I'm still trying to work with that OSR series a little bit. I've gone back and forth on it. It probably doesn't come across it if you ever watch it, but I tried different things a lot with it, just to work on different aspects of it. So a big one was, at first I tried scripting it all out. That took a little longer than I wanted. So then I moved to doing it all just improv, and that wasn't quite what I wanted either. And now I'm trying to do a little bit more of just like bulleted checklists, so that I can have more of a structure to the video while still keep like letting it be quick, because that's what those are meant to be. They're meant to be kind of like an indulgence, like, hey, I can make this entire thing in, let's say, within an hour. I think that's conservative. So it's not a big deal. It's not the podcast where this is going to take a massive amount of time off. It's just this one little kind of contained thing I put out there. So I don't know. I would like to see that take off. I do feel like that community, OSRS, doesn't have a ton of good creators. Like, they are there, but they all do kind of different things. And I can see, just from my standpoint as a player, the stuff I would want to look for that isn't there, so I should make that. But that's something I've encountered before, and I think one of the biggest issues with my channel is I don't have a set thing that it's about. but I don't like committing to that stuff. Like, I don't want to commit to making this an OSRS channel. I don't want to commit to making this a Dead Rising channel. I don't want to commit to making this a Destiny channel, even though I've done stuff on all of those. So, I don't know, it's something I would actually like to maybe explore more of that to kind of get a base audience for the channel if those were to take off. But we'll see. I have an idea floating around my head where another thing people always complain about is just the lack of informational videos for OSRS, particularly good ones. The one that I always mention is like a quest guide. And there's like one guy that makes a decent quest guide. Everyone else is just very unstructured. I could do better. It was the point. And like, why not? You know, hey, that might be a good answer. And I'm wondering if that's not something I should do. Like, the point wouldn't be like, oh, I want to be famous for making quest guides and OSRs. That's not the point. But I look at stuff like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if that gave me the impetus to monetize. So, hey, I get my 1,000 subscribers that I need to monetize now through that. And by maintaining that base, I can use that to go do the thing I want. So maybe I should do something like that. But it's something definitely I've been thinking about, and I might give it a shot. It would be a huge time investment. Like, that thing needs to be something I commit to, because it'd be a big time investment, but it would hopefully pay off over a long time. So we'll see. We'll see. It's something I'm thinking about, but really I'm just waiting to get done with this JavaScript project. That's just been a while. Because then that would lead into, if I can get that done and I can start on my Java project, I think I have some cool stuff I could actually start doing for the channel. So looking forward to that. But as always, you can contact me on Twitter. It's at taking4grantd, or my email. It's grant@taking4grantd.com. And I'll be back again next week.